Good afternoon, everybody. This is one of the most shocking articles I have seen in a long time. And the crazy thing is, I am going to show you in a minute why it's the most shocking thing. Primarily because it's not that things are changing; it's that nobody is reporting on what I'm about to show you. I titled this right here: "The biggest economic rug pull is happening," and it is. You're about to see a lot of people in the coming months say, "Oh my gosh, the economy's getting strong. Look at the numbers. Inflation is going down. This is such a great thing." And what you're going to see, the people that are going to be the most happy will be in the White House. They'll be in Congress. They'll be at the Federal Reserve. And they'll be telling you, hey, just go out and enjoy your life again. Things are getting better. What am I talking about? What's going on? And why do I have a website from India, a financial news blog from India? Because nobody in America, I cannot find an article about this. Comment in the comments below with a link if you found it, because I'll show you. I can't find it. Read this right here with me. U.S. CPI calculation to change for January inflation data. Okay, a lot of you are like, okay, big deal. They do that all the time. They adjust this, they adjust that. No, 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 no. In the past, when they report inflation every month, they'll tell you, first off, what is CPI? CPI, that's how much it costs for a tank of gas, for a carton of eggs, for a new t shirt, for a pair of shoes, for a new car, for rent, for tickets to the baseball game. How much does it cost for the average Joe in general? And visually, it looks like this. You can see back here, this is in the 70s, inflation very high, very expensive. In the 90s, the 2000s, this is COVID right here, it's spiked. You can see right here in a color area that this year, 2022, has been extremely inflationary. Um, Now, they report that every month. The reason this is the biggest rug pull is because they haven't just changed in the past what they would do. They haven't just changed some of the things they measure. Like every single administration changes something. In the Trump years, since the beginning of time, since the 1960 is when they started doing this data, measuring this data, and every year they change a little bit. During the Trump years, it used to be like a New York strip costs this much. And in order to kind of massage those numbers and make it look good, they changed from measuring like 10 ounces of steak to 10 ounces of ground beef. And their justification was, well, hey, it's still meat, right? But everybody knows you don't go to a nice steakhouse and get 10 ounces of ground beef. You know what I mean? That's exactly what they do. Trump's team did it. Well, it technically wasn't Trump's team, but regardless, Trump's administration did it, Obama's did, Bush did it, Clinton did. They've always made little tweaks here and there. This is the most diabolical tweak though, because what they're going to start doing is they've changed it. Let me read it right here. They are not going to start reporting how it's been over the last 5 or 10 or 20 years. They're going to only report inflation relative to the last few months in the last year. So of course, when it's this bad, and let me just go to 1 year, of course it looks beautiful if you're saying, God, you guys, we're at 9%. Now we're down at at what, 6%? Gosh darn, we're down 40% or something like that. This is great. The economy's roaring. You need to vote for us again. Absolutely not. Let me read this to you. Stock market investors will not only be keenly watching the December 22 CPI data, but will also look forward to the January inflation numbers, which will for the first time reflect the new methodology. Quote, all major indexes have opened in green and tech stocks are likely to see more gains as NASDAQ closed higher in the last 3 sessions on the trot. However, more focus will remain on the consumer price. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm trying to find the exact. Okay, the BLS will change the method of calculation of inflation data from 2023. The January 23 data, which is slated for Friday, February 10th, will mark the beginning of the switch to yearly weights. With the release of January 23 in February, the CPI for new vehicles will introduce a methodology improvement to the time series filter that estimates the most recent cyclical trend and short term fluctuations. The BLS will update the consumer price index weights annually based on a single calendar year of data using consumer expenditure data from 2021 starting with February 23. Okay, so 21. Let's go back to this again. They're going to start right here, right here at the far right where it was the highest. Oops. Now let me come back. Okay, so in order to improve accuracy and usefulness of CPI, The BLS is planned to update spending weights on an annual basis using information from a single calendar year. This differs from the prior method, which updated weights using 2 years' worth of expenditure data every 2 years when the US CPI Index 2023 calculated on consumer blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they're shortening the window that they used to look back at it. Now, big deal, Ryan. Who cares? Because they're going to feed you a lot of false information. They're going to be telling you that things look great compared to 6 months ago, 12 months ago. And again, we just looked at the CPI right here. Of course, when you're trying to massage the numbers, it's going to look great. But if we go back, even in fact, let me pull this same chart up. Maybe I can get it a little better. This is CPI charts, 5 year. Okay, so the way it is right now, they have to include inflation from right here. This is January of 2021. They should have to go right there. That should be how they calculate CPI. That's how they should calculate inflation. You should be pissed off. You should be mad as hell and not willing to take it. However, what they're about to start doing is saying, well, oops, let me go back. Well, have a looky here. See, it's going really great. Things are coming down. They're cutting out so much relevant information, and they're hoping that you are too dumb to notice it. Now, this is why I say this is the biggest rug pull. I sound conspiratorial saying this, right? But let's just Google search this. I'm sure New York Times and Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg, they're all reporting on it, right? We'll change the method for inflation data. Let's just Google that phrase. Your BLS will change the method of well, nobody. Here's BLS. They did actually put it in there, but why is nobody reporting on this? Oh, here's people to ask, did they change? But no, that's just talking about how they modify it slightly, like I told you earlier. Investopedia, no. NY Times, that's from 22, that's a year ago, which is actually describing again what I talked about, a steak versus ground beef. No. Where's Bloomberg? Where's Wall Street Journal? Where's anybody reporting on this stuff? It's very bizarre that I had to find this article written about in a random financial India website just to make it look kind of legit because I was truly searching around nonstop. Okay, so maybe if I do this, maybe if I pull it in and I do it in the past month, show me something from the last month. Where is it? I don't see anything. How about if I search this phrase? And again, we'll go to tools. Show me in the last month. I don't see it. Do you? When's the January CPI report? What to expect from it from Forbes? But nothing. I don't understand why nobody's report. Was that it actually? Hang on. Nope. That was just breakdown. You guys, something's really going on here. I think what you're about to start seeing in the coming months are inflation numbers that are being reported, and people are going to start singing from the rooftops the praises of the White House and the Fed, saying things are getting better. It's time to go out and shop again. It's time to be happy. I don't think that this is anything more than a way to try to kind of put some lipstick on a pig, as they say. Something very unethical is happening right here, and I just want you guys to at least have some insight that it's happening. So, again, if I'm wrong, tell me. If I'm wrong, comment in the comments down below with some link or whatever. I'd be happy to be wrong, but I do not think I'm wrong, and I think what this is going to do in the next few months, you're going to start seeing, in fact, the next year even, because this stuff isn't updated every. These rules aren't changed immediately. You're still going to start seeing inflation reports on the various news headlines, CNBC, whatever, that say, hey, things are getting much better, inflation's going down. But the fact is, your groceries are still going to be high, your rent is still going to be high, all of that stuff. So, anyhow, like I said, if I'm wrong on this, I hope I am. Leave some comments down below in the links in the comment. Leave some comments with links in the comment section down below, proving me wrong. I'd happy to be, but I don't think I am. So, anyhow, that's it for right now. Thanks, everybody. See ya.